in their opener a week ago, looking to make it 2 in a row before heading home. His counterpart, the Cardinals' Jonathan Gannon. His team also winners in their opener, so a couple of 1-0 teams doing battle here. All right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. So the Cardinals come out, and they are led by their quarterback, Kyler Murray. Man, time flies, Greg. The #1 overall pick in 2019. The 7th year for Murray leading the Birds.
Nothing real fancy when you look back on last week's game, Mike. I mean, he had the 2 touchdown passes, of course, the 1 interception he'd love to have back. But for the most part, I thought he was really efficient. I thought he did a nice job operating the system. And there's actually some more plays that he left out there. So I think he can build off a lot of that, try to improve in this one today.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 7. They go play action with Murray. He'll air it out deep for Wilson. And he will score. Michael Wilson. Touchdown, Arizona. His 2nd touchdown of the year. Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. He's got it, and the Cardinals will race out to a quick 7-0 edge. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This is Jimmy Horn Jr. on the return. Work his way across the 25-yard line. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his 2nd year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
It's not often that you can win by multiple scores in the NFL, so you got to imagine they're coming into this week's game with a lot of confidence. They were able to...
He gets free. He's inside the 40. And they're not going to run him down. He goes all the way. 73 yards. Touchdown, Carolina. That is some kind of run. Everything you love about a running back. Using some of the power as well, Greg, to find his way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And as so often is the case, Mike, in the NFL, you just can't block every defender. Well, for this back, it doesn't matter. You said it. His power is what allowed him to break those tackles and find himself in the end zone.
To return is Greg Dortch. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense ready to see the football for the 2nd time. So, Greg, the home opener after winning on the road, I know you've said it a bunch, there's a different satisfaction for a team to go on the road and get a win. So it's got to feel good to start your home season at 1-0.
Yeah, man, everyone loves to play week 1 at home. The fans are into it. The hope and the optimism of the season is at an all-time high, but it doesn't always go that way. So they go on the road and they get a win. So now expectations coming back to your home field, your home crowd. Now everyone's really juiced up. So this is going to be a great environment, a great week 2 opportunity for them to not only start 2-0, but to get to 1-0 at home.
They got 6 on that 1st down run, so it is 2nd and 4. That's complete on the tight end screen. And they'll take this down inside the 35. 16-yard pickup on that one. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
They put Ryman in motion. Looked like the Cardinals were quick to react and get turnover, they keep the ball.
And they should consider themselves lucky. You can't let a pass rusher through that quickly and not expect there to be consequences. Fortunately, they're at least able to fall on it and prevent this from being a complete disaster.
And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up third down.
Brings up third down.
Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll try to run for it. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up fourth down. The veteran Matt Prater now out to try this field goal. This a 46-yard attempt. Prater's kick is good. And the Cardinals will break our tie and take a 10-7 lead.
I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Set, red, quick, yellow. Rule 32. Hey,
This drive begins with a run by Hubbard. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all. 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11.
Out of the shotgun. Young. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. Can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down.
Let's go. We got 53. Ready?
From the gun, it's Young. This one just too far for the receiver, out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. On fourth down, Carolina's going to send out Sam Martin to punt. And on the return for the Cardinals, it's Greg Dortch. Fair catch will be taken here. It is right at the 40-yard line. The Cards offense headed back to take over once more. With a solid start so far. Touchdown and a field goal on their first 2 possessions. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4. From the 46, here's 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
Murray. That ball caught. It's Zay Jones. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the first down. They'll go with the sneak. And he's going to be brought down right on that yellow line. But the official signal, he's got enough for the first down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. A throw behind his man, can't reel it back in. And that'll go down as an incompletion.
And with nothing open downfield, he tries to find something underneath. But give credit to this secondary, Mike. I mean, they had everything covered up, and this one ends up just falling incomplete.
On 2nd down, Murray. On the move, past the 40. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. Don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. They'll run the sneak. Trying to find any seat he can, but the push too strong in the middle. He didn't get there. It's 4th down.
I know it's early in this.
And now, after that last play, the challenge flag is out, and we will get a review right
Previous
here.
play is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right. But it takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. He'll throw on first down with Murray. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. He had their lone touchdown of the game earlier, and he comes through with the catch and a first down in this spot.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
From the gun, it's Murray. He'll step up and run, and he won't try to risk much more, sliding down a gain of 3. From the 24 now, here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Murray. He'll run again. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
And this is something the defense knew they had to contain coming in today, Mike. They worked all week on containing this quarterback. But here we are, early on in the game, a nice scramble there, good yardage, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. On the zone read, given to Connor. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up 2nd down.
Tackle made at the 5-yard line. Brings up 2nd down.
Murray. He'll try to work the screen with Connor. And he's into the end zone. James Conner. Touchdown, Cardinals. Prater on to attempt the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Cardinals will get out in front 17-7. So now Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Horn now to return it. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Panthers offense and their back, Chuba Hubbard, set to come back on the field. And he has been sensational in his opening quarter. You have to imagine we're going to see much more of him as this game goes on.
Here we go, set. Ready.
Get this drive started on the ground. It's Hubbard. He'll manage only a couple. Keem Davis Gaither there to make the stop. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28.
Ready.
Here's Young. There's a short one caught by Sanders. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Here we go. Ready.
Back to the air, it's Young. They'll set up the screen here to Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down right at midfield. Give him 13 on that screen play. And a first down.
And the Panther first down.
Set. Ready.
First carry now for Rico Dowdle. So after one, the Cardinals have the early edge in this one. Greg and I back here in Glendale after this. Panthers football to begin this 2nd quarter. They've got it 2nd down and 6 to begin. Here's Young. I had a defender draped all over him. Incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Ready.
To throw is Young. That one's taken in by Ted McMillan. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
First down, Panthers.
Let's go. Rule 32. Cut.
Young hands it to Hubbard. And the D closes quickly. He's stopped after a gain of a yard. The veteran Calais Campbell in there for the stop.
Brings up second down at the Cardinals' 36-yard line.
A second down throw for Young. He'll find his tight end, Tommy Tremble. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down. He'll look to pick this up, 3rd and a yard.
38. Come on, set. Black. Ready, ready. Cut, cut.
We'll try to run for it with Hubbard. Give him 14 on that one. It's a Carolina first down.
And that's a heck of a run there on 3rd and 1. So often these backs, they're just thinking, all right, just get 1 yard, pick up the first down. But not this guy. He's thinking, I know where the marker is, but I'm going to pick up as many yards after that as I can. That's exactly what he does. Fresh set of downs.
Not much there. Maybe a yard.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
This has been some kind of march downfield now. Can they pay it off with 6? It's 1st and goal.
Yellow, set.
Hubbard is into the end zone. Touchdown. What a standout performance early on in this one. That his 2nd rushing touchdown of the game.
And some backs, Mike, they just have a sense of finding the end zone and being able to finish off these runs. That's exactly what this guy has been able to do today, and we're just getting started.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Jones now on the return. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Cardinals offense and their veteran running back James Conner set to take over again. And before this drive starts, we'll take a look at the race as it stands to see who might take home the NFL's Offensive Player of the Year award. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll run out of the gun, and this is Conner. And he'll get about 4 to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. They go play action now. Murray. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down.
It's a gain of 27 yards. That's good for a Cardinals first down.
We'll toss it to the right to Conner. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
4-yard line.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Working out of the gun, Murray. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Here's 1st and 10.
And the Cardinals first down. 1st and 10.
Play action now. It's Murray. He'll look middle and finds McBride as tight end. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Still get a first down at the 1. 1st and 10. They go from the 11. Here's Conner. And he's able to force his way through one man, but he can only muster about a yard on that play. 2nd down.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
They go play action for Murray. Back to the end zone. He's got it. Marcus Harris Jr. Touchdown, Arizona.
Touchdown, Cardinals.
Prater, extra point is good. And the Cardinals go up by 10. 24-14 is their lead. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Horn now to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. From 25, they'll go to work. 1st and 10. So, Greg, let's pull back big picture and talk NFC South for a second, a division that you know so well. We've got teams that have been to the Super Bowl in the last 15 or so years out of this division, yet people overlook it at times. Maybe they've overlooked how good Tampa's been the last 4 years, too.
Well, it's funny, Mike. You think it wasn't very long ago that the NFC South was the toughest division in football. I mean, you mentioned Super Bowl teams. Tampa Bay won one recently with Brady, and then Atlanta, they made the Super Bowl with Matt Ryan, and New Orleans, and obviously the success they had with Drew Brees. In Carolina, we played in the Super Bowl. I mean, this is a division you didn't want to play. Now, they've all fallen on their resets, new coaches, new quarterbacks. Tampa Bay has done the best job weathering and taking advantage of their rebuild and their next era in the midst of a down division. So, big reason they've won 4 in a row. Can Atlanta, can Carolina, New Orleans, can they catch up? Because right now, like you said, Tampa Bay's been the dominant team in this division.
Greg, you lived it, you know it. While these may not be the biggest markets in the league, the rivalries amongst these teams really elevates what you see when you watch the NFC South go head-to-head, too.
Yeah, and over the years, there's been some major games played between Hall of Fame quarterbacks in uniform for all these teams. So it has a lot more history and a lot more, kind of relevance than maybe it feels as of late. The markets are a little smaller. The teams have been down. They might not have the premier star players that they had in past generations. So they've got to continue to rebuild these rosters, continue to have these new coaches find their footing. And, we might be a year or two away from the NFC South getting back to what it used to be.
Ooh. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 21 to open this drive. Now a 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line.
38-yard line.
Back to throw is Murray. To the outside, he's got Harrison. And he'll be out of bounds inside the 30-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. On the game, this is Connor. He'll take this forward for about a yard at best. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here's Murray to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
And that's a great job defensively here on 3rd down. Not only taking away all the options down the field through the air, but when the quarterback decides to turn into a runner himself.
And this is blocked.
In this situation, Mike, every coach on the sideline is yelling, watch the ball, watch the ball. So this is a gutsy move defensively to sell out and go for that block. Remember, if he times this jump wrong, that's a 1st down.
The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him. And your offensive line has had big opening after big opening and big numbers in this first half. And he'll be forced out of bounds a yard or so shy of the marker, but it is a gain of 9 on 1st down. A good spot here, 2nd and a yard.
Here we go.
Now Young, working his way out left. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second as they stop it with 13 seconds to play in this opening half.
First down, Panthers.
Young to throw on first down. Over the middle. He's got Leggett. And now a timeout. 7 seconds left in this first half. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2.
At the 49-yard line.
From the gun, it's Young. So we've hit half here out west, and we'll send it back east. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Panthers offense going to have a first crack at it as we begin this third quarter. Well, Greg, it will be a very busy stretch for the passports. A lot of international games to look forward to. 7 in all outside the U.S. Chiefs and Chargers last week in Sao Paulo. Great ones to follow. Vikings and Steelers in Dublin. Vikings in London playing the Browns the very next week. Broncos and Jets. Rams and Jags. They'll also play in London week 6 and 7. The Falcons and the Colts are going to be in Germany in week 10. And then the Commanders and Dolphins wrap up the international slate. That's in Madrid week 11. So this has been such an additive part to the NFL season, all of these international games.
Yeah, I can tell you, Mike, having played one of the international games towards the end of my career in London, when I played for Carolina, it's a great experience. It's fun for the players, it's fun for the coaches, it's fun for the fans and the families. So I expect this slate to continue to expand. There's so many fun international cities around the world that love NFL football.
And from what you hear, there's more to come. We could be at the point someday, very soon, where every team plays one game outside of the U.S. in each regular season. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force third down.
And 10 yards to go.
Let's go. Yellow, 22. Ready?
Out of the shotgun. Young. And that is incomplete.
Every so often, Mike, you can see these offenses, and it looks like the passing game gets a little bit too predictable. And as the defense continues to flood the back end of these zones with extra defenders, you're continuing to force this quarterback to not only make some difficult throws, but to put the ball in harm's way. And you can see him with the ball in the air there, Mike. He's kind of leaning. He's hoping that ball would come back. It ends up catching a piece of that upright, but he's able to get it to go through.
Jones now on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Cardinals offense and their veteran running back James Conner set to take over again. Greg, you take a peek back and look at the NFC West in totality. Just a reminder how quick things change. I don't think anybody in the country thought the 49ers would be the last place team in this division last year. Shows you, one, how changeable it is, but also the quality of teams in this division.
Absolutely. And I mean, they were the Super Bowl favorite, at least out of the NFC a year ago, and then to find themselves 6 and 11 at the bottom looking up. It's pretty remarkable. But to your point, like, it just shows health, a little bit of good fortune. The other teams in your division, if they're a little weaker, your path is stronger. There's so many elements. The way the NFL schedule is set up, it's all tied. If you're good, we're trying to bring you back down towards the middle. If you're bad, we're trying to bring you up towards the middle. It's a league of parity. It's a league of ups and downs. And the teams that can break through that and sustain success, we got to give them a lot of credit.
And what I love about this division, Greg, is the different philosophical challenges that defenses see. We know Kyle Shanahan does with the Niners. The Rams and Sean McVay always at the top end of the game. And then the unpredictability of Kyler Murray plus the physicality that Seattle has played with. You've got to have a lot of club. Oh, big hole left side. And he will go all the way. Marvin Harrison Jr. Touchdown, Arizona. 2 touchdowns. for him now in the afternoon. Prater, extra point is good. And the Cardinals will extend this third quarter lead. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Horn now to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense and their back Chuba Hubbard set to come back on the field. Well, Greg, as the season starts, really the season never ends. Think back to the schedule release, the draft has become this multi-day huge event. Green Bay crushed it with all the folks around the stadium in Lambeau, and some big names will be tied to that draft forever. A couple of the rookies that you've watched that are just sticking out in your mind. Interested to see how they... fit in the league as this season gets going.
Yeah, you know, obviously so much attention around the quarterback position. Cam Ward goes #1, and then obviously with Shador and all the conversations around that as the draft unfolded. But I think a guy that's going to be fun to watch when you talk about fit, I think you look at Ashton Genty. He gets drafted by Vegas. He's now with the Raiders. Pete Carroll. It kind of has the feel of, is he his Marshawn Lynch? Is he the bell cow back under center, Geno Smith? Play action, set up that run game, play good defense. This feels like the early path Pete Carroll took when he took over in Seattle and turned them into a Super Bowl champion. So I'm not saying Genty's Marshawn Lynch, but he certainly feels like that's the fit the Raiders were going for when they took him with their first-round pick.
Hey, let me ask you about Travis Hunter. Of course, the Heisman winner, Colorado, great play, both sides of the ball as a receiver and a corner. You know, Greg, it's hard to come in this league and play well on one side of the ball. Is it realistic to think you may see him on both offense and defense?
That's the million-dollar question, and I think to start, you have to say, okay, let's hang our hat on something. And I think when you look at the league, where is it harder to find impactful players? I believe it's harder to find impactful defensive backs. I think it's a harder position. I think the league favors the offense with the rules and the play style. So if I'm Jacksonville, I'm making Travis Hunter a defensive back on day one, and then I'm going to package my offensive plays around his skill set to take advantage of him as a wide receiver. And then as time goes on, it will eventually unfold where he'll be able to have a role on both sides of the ball more consistently. So if I was in Jacksonville, that's what I would do. But I think it's going to be very interesting to see how fast and how big of a role on both sides they give Hunter early in his rookie year.
He'll get that complete to Harrison. And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10.
That's another.
On the handoff, it's Connor. Still fighting. What a run. Shedding tacklers. Picks up 9 on the play.
It's a gain of 9.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and 1. They'll go again here to Connor. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard. Here's 3rd and 2. Working from the shotgun, it's Murray. He finds his man, it's Dortch. 14 yards on that pass play there. It's an Arizona first down.
14 yards. That's another Cardinals. First and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Out of the gun, it's Murray. He's got it inside the 5. To the goal line and in. Trey McBride. Touchdown, Cardinals. Prater, extra point is good. And the Cardinals tack on one more to their lead.
Panthers 17.
So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. Now an opening past the 30. Very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Here's Here's the Carolina offense now as they get out to take over from their next possession. Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about enough, Mike, is the impact that it's making on going forward on fourth down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of that I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. There wasn't that much of a spread, but now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season will mirror playoff overtime, each team getting the ball. I'm so happy, Greg, because I just felt so incomplete when a team got to overtime, but then their offense, which may be the best part of the team, never got on the field.
Yeah, and I couldn't agree more, and you hear everyone saying, oh, well, just get a stop. Well, it's that legendary game between Mahomes and Josh Allen where neither team stopped anyone. It was just an offensive touchdown festival, so you won a coin toss and you get the ball. Well, the other team's defense hadn't gotten to stop the whole game. If Josh Allen got the ball first, he probably would have scored on a walk-off. So I love the idea of both teams getting the ball. If a game is good enough to go to overtime, let's finish it. We don't need to be in a rush. There's no curfew. Let's let the guys finish it on the field. A lot more similar to how the regular game goes and not have significantly different game flow come over.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
On the pickup. It's second and 8.
Toss play. It's Connell. They'll take this down to the 23. Nick Scott up from the secondary for the tackle. 37.
Brings up third and 7.
From the shotgun, it's Murray. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked up by J.C. Hall.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's position. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Give him 14 on that play. One first down.
Touchdown, Panthers.
Here we go. Here we go.
On first down, it's right back to Hubbard. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. So we are through 3. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From the 41, here's second and 9.
Ready.
Throwing is Young. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple, and it sets up third down.
Number 82, Tommy Tremble. It's a gain of 2 yards.
Let's go.
And it's third.
Young. He's got his man. That's Leakett. And he'll be forced out of bounds. A gain of 16 on that pass play. It's good for a Panther first down.
Okay,
Now Young. That's into the hands of McMillan on the slant. And he's close to another first down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and inches.
Throwing on second down, Young. That one to the sideline and incomplete, and a penalty flag now comes in late. Maybe no receiver in the area on that one. So after the 5 yards are walked off, they face 3rd and long. They'll go right back to McMillan, complete. Call it a gain of 13. It's a Carolina first down.
Gain of 13 yards. First down, Carolina.
Here's Young. That's to the right side and incomplete. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, the man he was looking for there. And it'll lead to a second down.
Ready.
Back to the air, it's Young. He'll dump this down to Hubbard. Get about 6 before he's taken down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make than that.
And they continue to churn out first down. What a drive. It continues now with 1st and goal.
At the 8-yard line.
To throw, Young. And that is caught. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone. They're trying to run it. It's Hubbard. And he's into the end zone yet again. Chuba Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. That is 3 touchdowns in the game and 4 for the season. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Dortch now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Here's Marvin Harrison Jr. and the Cardinal offense heading back out onto the field. And it would appear they're on their way to a 2-0 start as they begin things here with 1st and 10 in this 4th quarter. Moving to his left. He's going to run it.
So often the best pass defense is a good pass rush, and that's exactly what we saw here. The pass rush disrupted this play from the very start. The quarterback has all of his attention on the rushers rather than his receivers downfield. All he can manage to do is get back to the original line of scrimmage.
This one to be sniffed out, blown up in the backfield. This a must stop for this defense, facing 3rd and long. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. What a left. As for the defense, they allow a conversion on 3rd and 16.
10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run with promise. Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. Second down.
At the 38-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Play action. It's Murray. And the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him. Mitch Scorton working his way in to record the very first sack of his NFL career.
This is a great reminder of why it's so important to have great offensive tackles. When you get beat so fast off the edge, the quarterback has nowhere to go in the pocket to escape. And
oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Walker.
so you do a great job all game long. You build up a lead here late in the 4th quarter, but but now you get sloppy. This turnover all of a sudden brings a renewed sense of energy to your opponent who a minute ago thought this game was over, and now they got a little life.
At the 44-yard line. 1-yard gain brings up
From the 44-yard line, here's 2nd and 9.
Ready. Here we go. Ready.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. I had a defender drip. All over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
Set. Ready. 30. Field. Flat.
To throw is Young. That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down.
Ready.
They'll go. Young. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. But they will turn it over on down.
a turnover on downs.
They'll run it on 1st down with Connor. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
And up until this point, this is not something that we've seen a lot of. His running backs had a really nice day. So in this case, this rep goes to the defense.
Second and 10. They'll go right back to Connor. Once again, this defense up to the task. They stop it for no gain yet again. And now it's 3rd down.
A 1-yard loss.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
He's got his receiver. It's Jones. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. They get 22 yards there. It's good for a Cardinals 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Working out of the gun, Murray. He's taken down just shy of the 10. 2 straight hookups. This one good for 10 yards.
Cardinals 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Here's a give up the middle. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
Ball carrier.
So these situations, Mike, are always very tricky for a play caller. Of course you want to keep the clock moving. You're just trying to run the game out and maintain this lead. But you also don't want to become overly predictable. So with the defense just selling out to stop the run, I think they have to mix in a few high completion percentage passes to just at least keep them off balance.
They'll drop to throw. That one is caught in the back of the end zone. Michael Wilson, touchdown, Arizona. That is second touchdown of the afternoon. Prater, extra point is good. And the Panthers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. So now, Prater, after the touchdown, is out to kick it away. Horn now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Panthers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. So, Greg, this was not a Christmas gift in May when the schedule maker said, hi, your season's going to start with back-to-back road games. However, win the first. If you can win here and then head home 2-0, man, this season takes on a very different tone.
Oh, there's no question. And, Mike, am I crazy, though? I could make an argument that I'd rather play the away games early in the season. We're fresh. We're not beat up. We don't have a roster that's depleted, getting a lot of new guys into it. When you get into the meat of the season, middle to back end, there's a lot of new guys playing for the first time. Practices are a little shorter. Travel's a little bit harder. You're not feeling as good. So if they can somehow get 2 early road wins here, knowing that now there's a lot of home games as the season unfolds, I actually think they could be doing themselves a favor.
Come on, set. Yellow, 43.
Young quickly out to Leggett. And he'll get about 5 here as he's out of bounds with a first down.
A gain of 5. And the Panther first down.
They'll run with Dowdle. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds. They'll work now on second and 4.
Brings up second and 4.
To throw is Young. That's taken in as Rico Dowdle. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. First and 10. Out of the shotgun, Young. Forced to his right. And he's able to take this for good yardage before sliding and hitting the deck to end the play. So it's a win for the Cardinals. They get the job done here at home, and they follow the opening weekend victory with another here to move to 2-0 on the season.